Baby, be in love with your fantasies. I can be a star, make a shine so bright. Welcome to my dungeon, this is ecstasy. Let me play the fantasy.
What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Asia.
And it's your boy, BJ. And we back like we never left. We're back in the building with another reaction. And yes, we're going to go ahead and pull this one right on up. Yeah. We're going to be checking out Ben Shapiro. He's going to be leaving a liberal professor speechless in regards to a debate. And hey, I mean, we've watched a few Ben Shapiro's. We've seen some of his debates. When he gets onto the panel, I mean, he does go pretty hard.
Yeah.
But I'm very interested to kind of see exactly what the debate is about, exactly what they're talking about. You know, not really the fact that he's leaving them speeches and you know, that type of thing. I like, what is it about that kind of left him speechless? Like, did he have to eat his own words or what?
Oh gosh. Well, I said this before. Like, every time I think speechless, I think, you know,
you think maybe an insult might have been hurled or something?
Yeah, like the 1-2 punch at the end where they say something crazy because they don't have anything else to say.
It's all good in love and debate. It's all good.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Well, all right. Shoot. Let's get into it.
Yeah, let's go ahead and check it out, though.
Hit that. Okay.
No, it's actually the reason, and Michael, I assume the reason you're asking, I mean, it's a very important question because it really does go to, I think, your point, which is this court decision it's a case that proves too much. The argument that's being made in the case is that basically the state can encroach on any religious behavior whatsoever so long as it doesn't encroach on religious opinion. And that's the problem with the case in and of itself. And I think that the point that you're making, Michael, is that people who use this case as a case against the exercise of religious freedom in the public square in terms of action are the same people, in large part, who are saying that the state has no right to regulate, for example, gay marriage, which is a completely illogical position. So you have to believe that either the state has to make provision and make room for religious liberty in exercise, or you have to believe that the state has the power to basically compel whatever behavior it seeks so long as it doesn't affect opinion.
Okay. Now...
Okay. So long as it doesn't, the state is able to compel...
So basically, is he kind of like giving what happened in regards to like the actual case? Is he stating that right now?
Hold on.
Exactly what happened?
Let me just listen.
I didn't really catch
I went back like 20 seconds.
Gay marriage, which is a completely illogical position. So you have to believe that either the state has to make provision and make room for religious liberty.
Okay. Make room for religious liberty, which means that religious liberty, you can run your business the way that you think based off of your religion without going against that. Okay? That's that part.
Okay.
Believe that either the state has to make provision and make room for religious liberty.
Right.
In exercise, or you have to believe that the state has the power to basically compel whatever behavior it seeks so long as it doesn't affect opinion.
Compel whatever behavior it seeks so long as it doesn't affect an opinion. But wouldn't that affect an opinion?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Yeah. That would affect an opinion.
To a degree, based on the policy?
Yeah. I mean, I'm only saying that because if they have control to like put something out there, it's going to affect the like you're taking away their religious freedom. So you know what I mean?
So it's affecting opinion?
Yeah. I mean, right, y'all? Like, the way that I'm understanding it is, I'm like, he's saying it's either or. You have to think that or you have to think that. So which one is it? You know?
Believe that the state has the power to basically compel whatever behavior it seeks so long as it doesn't affect opinion.
Okay. Now, I think we've made everything clear here. Let me assure you that the issue of same-sex marriage is going to return. So we will be able to readdress... The
government have the power to regulate your religious behavior if the government feels that it violates its morality. That's really the central conflict that we're talking about here. And the problem is that as the government decides that it can regulate particular behaviors, and this is the point that I was making at the very beginning, as the government decides it can regulate particular behaviors, the sphere of religious liberty is going to shrink to exactly what Chief Justice Wade said there. It's going to shrink smaller and smaller and smaller until the only thing that you can do, religiously speaking, is think about your religion and maybe pray in your own home.
So he's kind of like touching on in regards to like really like what your social liberties are in regards to like, you know, religious beliefs, because I really feel like, you know, when you start interjecting like religious beliefs in regards to like your corporation and your business based on that, it's gonna change opinion based on how a lot of people think. And, you know, I really feel like, you know, those things can't be mandated, especially when it comes to like religion. Like that's a very, very slippery slope when you start interjecting like the religion in regards to like mandating certain provisions when it comes to government policies or even on a state level. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what he's like speaking in regards to right now. You know?
I mean, especially for and my assumption would be that we're talking about like, you know, small businesses, you know,
right now,
family-owned companies type of situations, because those probably are the most affected.
Yeah, because
by that. Ooh,
yeah. I think they would probably be most affected by like small businesses.
Isn't it crazy though? They would be able to control that and regulate it to the point where it's just like nobody cares what you believe,
right,
or how you feel religiously.
It's not even based on your religion.
We said,
and at the end of the day, like he said, whatever your religion is, you got to take that at home, because you can't. They're already saying that you can't.
Yeah,
it can't bleed over into like, you know, your business.
Yeah, because some people do business with certain people or certain companies based off of those things,
based off religion, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're attributing that to weight, but it's what Thomas Jefferson said, and I say that not because Thomas Jefferson wasn't in fact a deity, but to call attention to the fact that this conversation goes way back in America's history. We have struggled with it for an incredibly long time, and if you look, for example, at this opinion, what Waite did say is he talks about the government being able to regulate behavior that is relevant to social duties and order.
Which is a malleable term, and this is why I think both Jefferson and Waite are wrong.
You know, let me just break in. I think you're being slightly paranoid. I don't know who you're talking about. In America, you can change your religion. You can have no religion. You can. Do they smoke peyote? You can smoke peyote as a religious right. For goodness sakes, man. Move to Egypt.
Let
me finish.
Shop,
move to Pakistan. Move to Saudi Arabia. Then you can complain. And I, for one, think America is a fantastic country. And you know, as a liberal, right, that's what you say about me. And,
no, I think you're leftist.
And most liberals are self-hating Americans, right? I love America, and I teach American religion. And I will stand up for what we have built.
But you'll shut down my business if I don't serve a cake to get to a gay
great culture with great religious liberty.
But you will shut down my business if I don't serve a cake to a gay wedding.
Pardon me?
But you'll shut down my business if I don't serve a cake to a gay wedding.
I can assure you we'll be getting to shutting down businesses
Give me an example.
as a result.
Give me an example.
I'll give you an example of
that example. That exact example.
Just a second. We will have those some examples coming up.
He's giving you a factual example right there. In regards to that,
shut down my business if I don't serve a cake to a gay wedding. So basically, it's like those are the mandates. It's like it is what it is, and we don't care how you feel. We said you gonna serve whoever and whatever. You know what I mean? Like, because there's not. I mean, at the end of the day, it's discriminatory.
And again, like, they're basically saying we don't care about your personal beliefs or your religious beliefs. So that's what he's talking about in regards to like your religious beliefs shrinking. You know. Shrinking that much because of the mandate.
It's like you're gonna have to start putting those things like on the back burner as if it doesn't.
That's not
into this situation.
That's not in consideration.
That's not
your
a
religion.
factor.
Yeah, your religion. That's not in consideration.
Yeah. Wow.
But follow up, Dr. Wellman, you just said Ben shouldn't complain because we're not Egypt or Saudi Arabia.
You just say that.
Doggone right.
Wouldn't it be a good idea in the preservation of liberty, to have a heated debate about the nature of those rights, because the same argument could be made for any given homosexual couple or any given far-left couple or any non-Muslim faith in the United States, that they don't live in Egypt or Saudi Arabia either, so therefore they shouldn't complain.
Well, you know.
Ooh, good question. Good question.
Yeah, but I don't think we have.
I thought that liberals were the complainers. I thought liberals were the complainers in this country.
I don't know. Dr. Wellman brought up the idea that Ben shouldn't speak out.
No, you know, I love the fact that Ben is controversial, and he does well because he is controversial. That's why we like to hear him. But let's get to the facts a little bit.
Let's get down to it.
Religious rights and religious liberties are not being compacted in America. But let me go back to what Michael asked.
Can you answer the example that I gave earlier?
The case of polygamy. I think that was wrongly decided.
You think so? You actually agree with me that a shop should be allowed to reject service to a gay wedding?
I think it's an interesting question. Is it a
Why
public?
Is that an interesting question?
Wait. You like to interrupt. It's a public for-profit business, and I think there is non-discrimination should go on there, and they should not be allowed to discriminate against gay people.
So in other words,
yes, I agree.
What?
They should not be able to discriminate against gay people because he's saying they're a for-profit corporation or a for-profit business.
So basically, because you know, at the end of the day, you are regulated then to some degree in terms of the state, the city, the government. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, like you are regulated to some degree.
I always get torn in regards to that too, especially like when I hear things like that in regards to like how much power does the government really need to hold, or how much power does the state really need to hold, especially when it comes down to like those things in regards to like things that affect you socially, when it comes down to like your religion, you know, like sexual preference, especially, and then you intertwine it with like business and things of that nature, places where you go out to be serviced, and you know, you want to have a gay wedding, and based on that owner's religious beliefs, they can deter you away.
But my thing is like,
beliefs,
look,
you know?
if you come here and I tell you that I'm not gonna bake your cake because you gay, then shoot, that's your loss. And whoever is that, you know what I mean? Like, find somebody else to bake your cake. Shoot. It's just that simple. But the thing is that there's no reason to sit there and do that. If you have somebody who religiously believes that, I feel like there's a difference in like, man, that's, whew.
It gets very touchy.
I can see how that goes. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I mean? I do understand the controversy behind that.
How much mandate is required? How much policy is in need before it actually shrinks religion or like your own personal beliefs? You know what I mean? Like he said, at some point you're only gonna feel safe to profess your religion inside of your home.
But the fact that they would shut down a whole company for that, wow.
And I think there is non-discrimination should go on there, and they should not be allowed to discriminate against gay people.
So in other words,
yes, I agree with that.
Gentlemen, wait. Hold the thought. I assure you, we will have a specific example that we'll be getting to later on that. So I'm drawing the line. Save those thoughts for later. And as a follow-up to Valerie, I assure you, as a self-professed whiner, conservatives do a lot of complaining too, believe me. All right. In the Hobby Lobby case, which is expected to be handed down from the Supreme Court on Monday, the Obama administration seeks to enforce an ACA, the Affordable Care Act mandate, that would compel owners, Barbara and David Green, to provide certain kinds of what they consider to be abortifacient birth control. Is the Obama administration infringing on the rights of these business owners? Hold it. Valerie, would you like to launch us off on that?
I'd love to, because our system of jurisprudence for
pay for insurance they do not choose to pay for.
That was a bad edit right there.
There's nothing preventing someone from getting health insurance that covers abortions or abortifacients or anything else.
And this is sort of the point, I think, is that when you look at the word imposition is being thrown around a lot. You know, imposition, that people are imposing their beliefs on others. There's only one group in this country that is using the government to impose their beliefs on others at the point of a gun, and that is not Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby is involved in a consensual relationship between the employer and the employee. Churches are involved in consensual relationships between themselves and their constituents. The government is not involved in a consensual relationship when it tells a business that it will revoke its license, and it will come to their front door if they remain open, and it will forcibly shut down their business. There's only one person and one group that is coming to the party here with a gun. And the only group, I mean, you said conservatives love guns. Liberals love guns far more. They just love guns that are being used by the government against conservatives.
Let me,
I think this.
Dr. Wellman, let me add something to the conversation because it's very much.
So did it break off where he was talking about like the insurance of?
That's what he's talking about right now.
So now that Hobby Lobby has to have insurance that allows people to get abortions.
No, what he was saying is that Hobby Lobby they're in a consensual relationship between like them being the employer and their employees. Mm-hmm. Same thing in regards to like a church. But what he was saying is that, when the government comes in, it's not consensual when they come in and say that they have to shut down your business because you're going to refuse to give service, to a gay couple that want to get married at your establishment. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like that's what he's saying right now when he talks about the force part. You know what I mean?
Okay. I got a little bit confused where it cut.
Between that edit?
Yeah, that's why I was like, okay, wait. Because then the next thing was Ben talking about Hobby Lobby, so I kind of got thrown off a little bit.
Yeah, and I want to hear more because he was talking about in regards to like, like the profit for corporations and stuff like that.
Let me, Dr. Wellman, let me add something to the conversation because it's very much related.
Can I get in?
Absolutely, but it's related, so you'll be able to jump in right afterward, no problem. The Little Sisters of the Poor, a religious order of women devoted to caring for needy elderly people, now face the possibility of millions of dollars in fines unless they give, in a similar situation, unless they provide for their employees free coverage for sterilization, contraception, and what they see as abortion-inducing drugs. Should government be able to compel these women to act in violation of their convictions?
Is this the Hobby Lobby case? Or?
Well, there's Hobby Lobby as well, and I'm adding the Little Sisters of the Poor to the mix.
I think we're making a...
Oh, let's skip over that one.
Let's skip over that question. He's trying to get back to Ben right now.
He want to get back to the Hobby Lobby.
He hadn't said much. He hadn't said much in the last 2 minutes. What are you finna say now?
Well, I feel like it's imposing to answer the question. Especially if you about to threaten to put them out of business if they don't provide that service, that insurance. To be like, what?
Because he's talking about the profit. Because he's talking about the profit for. So is he talking about like with Hobby Lobby, like the Burwell versus Hobby Lobby? Like the court case, that's kind of what he's touching on right now. He's saying going back to Hobby Lobby, right?
That would be my assumption.
He's
but
talking
like,
about the insurance.
I know that Hobby Lobby is like a more of a religious based type of organization, like a company. So like they close on Sunday, just like Chick-fil-A is another one. Like they're Christian based. Hobby Lobby is. So I'm curious to know, like, do they have?
It's a Hobby Lobby. Okay.
Yeah. Does that have anything to do like with the LGBTQ like?
I feel like it will. I feel like it will, and then there you see like the conflict between personal belief or ownership belief versus actual like government mandates, state mandates. How that can like clash. So I feel like that's what they had a lot to do with in that Hobby Lobby case too.
Okay.
Of their convictions.
Is this the Hobby Lobby case? Or?
Well, there's Hobby Lobby as well, and
I'm adding
Hobby Lobby.
let me go back to Hobby Lobby to the mix.
I think we're making a mountain out of a molehill. Okay, bear with me.
Of course, no. I feel like Ben Shapiro he dropped the mountain on your molehill. This is the molehill.
So there's, I think, 25 types of contraception that this insurance covers. And I believe in the case, there's 4 that are problematic for Hobby Lobby. This could be simply dealt with and solved with the government simply saying, yeah, we understand. We'll pay for those 4. Solved. Okay, so let's just get over ourselves. I mean, come on. And
well, why they ain't did it then?
Yeah, right.
If that's the if it's just that easy to solve it.
Yeah, I mean, right now, that's his only resolution to the whole thing. That's the only resolution is just tell them to pay for the 4.
Okay, this is supposed to be the professor.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a liberal professor.
Okay.
Okay, so let's just get over ourselves. I mean, come on. And if they don't do that, they're dumb.
They're dumb.
He's confusing me.
They haven't done that. By the way, I don't think Ben. That's a perfectly. In other words,
he confused me with that with everything that he kind of just said.
For people, rather than suing Hobby Lobby and compelling them to pay for the abortofacients, if President Obama wanted
that their employees would choose like they.
The question in Hobby Lobby is whose freedom is being infringed upon. Employees' freedom is not infringed upon when they enter into a consensual relationship with an employer that includes certain types of health care.
It's not consensual.
Of course it is. They can quit. Who is forcing them? Where is the gun?
Right.
Where is the gun? Who is forcing them? Where is the chain? Who is locking them to their desk?
Stop with the gun language.
Lady, he's just using that as a metaphor. He's just using it as a metaphor. Chill out, man.
Where is the gun? Who is forcing them? Where is the chain? Who is locking them to their desk?
Stop with the gun language.
The reason that I use the gun language is because it is vitally important for people to understand that every government measure at the end of the day it must be compelled by force. That's what government measures are for. There is a vast difference, a huge difference in terms of personal liberty and freedom between the government compelling behavior and a company saying that we are not going to provide certain types of coverage, and if you don't like that, you can quit or buy your own coverage. There's a vast difference. The gun's the whole issue.
Health insurance is an earned benefit. It's not given for free to...
What the hell? What? It ain't given for free. What you mean earned benefit? Earned? Last time I checked. Y'all, don't get me started on
insurance. She has the nerve
earned.
to say that. How can it be earned? Because I got employed. Because as soon as I get employed, in most places, you filling out your insurance before you even earned anything at the job, before you even earned $1.
Right.
So it's like
for you
don't
to
earn
pay.
it. Right. For you to pay them, so it's not like you earned it and we're giving you health care and we're going to take care of you and we're going to provide you. No, you're still paying for it.
I didn't work here 5 years for y'all to give me insurance that I still have a deductible to meet and then have to pay after I meet the deductible and still get a bill.
Still get a bill in the mail.
After the fact.
And still every month or every paycheck, you're paying a high premium for what,
Yeah, y'all. Let's not go down that lane.
Yeah, we're not going to go down there.
Okay.
We're going to let Ben. We're going to let them take care of it.
To employees,
they earn
it. Should your employer be able to decide how you spend your money?
It is,
Hold up.
Hold on.
There you go.
1 second. Earned from whom?
Right.
Okay. I may think that I earn twice the salary that I get from this radio station. That doesn't mean that I have an earned benefit from the radio station for twice what they're willing to pay me.
Exactly.
Right.
Okay. Y'all. At least I know I'm not crazy. If Ben said it, okay? Ben said it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Hey, what's understood don't have to be explained. Not with that right there. Not with that.
Earned insurance?
Right.
Where they do that at? Okay?
This radio station, that doesn't mean that I have an earned benefit from the radio station for twice what they're willing to pay me. It's always a consensual relationship.
You pay for your health care.
Well, first of all, I do because it was negotiated in the contract that I signed, in which I voluntarily engaged. And if I don't like that, I can quit tomorrow.
There you go.
I think...
And let me say...
Michael,
okay. Nothing further. Okay. Next. Said show. I could quit tomorrow.
Absolutely.
I think...
And let me say...
Michael, let me just introduce a third case. They're all related. It'll be just fine. There's a similar case still in the courts from Washington State where the State Pharmacy Board, after initially allowing for religious exemptions, came under pressure from former Governor Gregoire to mandate that pharmacies and pharmacists provide Plan B regardless of religious convictions. That act is widely seen as targeting Ralph's Thriftway in Olympia and its owner, Kevin Stormans.
Wow.
2 individual pharmacists also felt that providing Plan B would violate their religious freedoms. They're also involved in the suit. Was the State Pharmacy Board correct in trying to compel Ralph's Pharmacy, despite the fact that there were multiple pharmacies within a short time that were offering the same thing, or the thing that was requested, Plan B?
Obviously, it's outrageous. And so much of this is outrageous. And I want to go back to a point that Ben has made, who's made so wonderful.
Okay. Yeah, just going back to the whole insurance that we were just talking about right there in regards to what Ben said about insurance. I like how he said that because he gave his own personal account in regards to him. It was consensual because, like he said, he engaged in, it was a consensual thing. It was a negotiation. So he had the ability to either take the insurance, like he said, it was something that was negotiated in there.
Yeah.
Rather than something that's imposed. And like he said, when you start imposing, that type of mandate on whether it's a business or personal belief, religious belief, like he said, it does shrink it.
Absolutely. Absolutely,
because just like even religion right now, like you know, they completely eradicated it from the school system, like out of schools, and you see, you know, like.
I mean, the thing is though, is to, just in my opinion, I feel like when it comes to that, like it's almost, some people do business with certain companies or organizations or the small businesses. Some people look for small businesses to do business with for certain reasons. And for them to, you know, imply that or infringe that on, you know, a company to make them do something against their own personal belief, like especially if I'm not an organization, we are not a chain. Okay, I don't work for, like, you know, I'm not going to name some companies, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can do what I should be able to do.
It's going to be based on like the ownership, based on like their beliefs, and all of that trickles down based on how that business is ran.
That's right.
So like you said, to infringe the government upon it, to make them have to make certain decisions that they probably wouldn't want to do. Right. You know, that's force. That's what he's talking about. That's what he was telling the old girl, like in regards to the force. You know. But
then, I mean, when you think about it that way, it's just like, I mean, can you picture yourself walking into a store and saying, "Oh no, we can't help you because you're gay"? Mm-hmm. That's messed up.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? Like, or we can't sell anything to you because, you know, we're not going to give that to you because, you know, like.
Yeah, and that can be seen as discrimination, and then, but some people's going to see it as their own personal belief because of their religion. So that's what I'm saying. It gets very, 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 very touchy. And I like that we watched this video because it kind of touched on that dichotomy between the two.
I almost feel like there's no right answer,
though.
There's no right answer to that question. It's either, I mean, you damned if you do, you damned if you don't. But at the end of the day, it's like
what is the right way, you know?
I guess the case in point of this is like the government, you know what I mean, has a lot of power in their decisions and how they are basically manipulating, because it is forcing upon your opinion.
Well, that's what he's saying in regards to the force, right? That's
you know what I mean? That's not fair. That's not fair. There should be some type of line to say, okay, do your thing. This is your business. Mm-hmm. Do it your way within these guidelines, but not against beliefs and religion. I don't know. Yeah. Heck, I don't know. And that ain't the right answer either. I don't know.
That's what I mean. At the end of the day, like I said, it's a very, very touchy because it's like, which way is the right way? You know?
Yeah, so.
And outside of that, I would love for everybody to comment on this video and just kind of like tap in with us and let us know. Yeah. Like in regards to like what you think in regards to that too. Because like I said, even that Burwell with Hobby Lobby, that court case, like that was pretty monumental. So. Yeah. They touched on that a little bit.
Okay. Well, if y'all enjoyed this video, be sure you give us a big thumbs up. Let us know down in the comment section if you are one of those small business owners or anyone that was affected by any of these like topics that were not necessarily, I guess you wouldn't be specifically, but like if you were affected,
this particular
you run a business and the government done came up on you and said we're gonna close you down because you this.
Right.
Let us know in the comment section, okay? We would like to hear your story, but hey.
Absolutely.
If y'all enjoyed this, make sure y'all give us a big thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, smash that notification bell, join the family. And if ain't nobody else told you, I love you. And we're gonna see y'all in the next video, y'all.
Absolutely. Peace and blessings, y'all. Y'all take it easy.
Bye.